Students online, all of you, very good morning, everyone. Very good morning and welcome to today's class. I hope all of you are keeping fine, doing good. Guys, girls, everybody, we have, this is our final week before you all have your exams next week. Girls, over here, stop everything else now, okay? So everyone, in chapter 7, we have a very short part to complete, okay? But that particular part, I really want to take some time and do it because lots of essay questions come from that area, okay? So everybody, in chapter number 7, the last part that we stopped at, everybody are with me? The last part we stopped at was factors that affect people's access towards ICT. Do you all remember those factors? Everybody, I gave you all a list of factors over here. Everyone over here, I gave you all a list of factors which list how people's access to ICT is affected. Okay? Hurry up, everybody. We'll just mention about 2 or 3. Okay, so for example, the most obvious one is economy. Okay, sometimes people can't afford to have an internet connection or to purchase digital devices. One is economy. Sometimes they can't afford it, or sometimes their countries, government cannot afford to provide it to them. Okay, so sometimes problem number 1 is economy. Or another problem can be infrastructure. Okay, the government, the country, the place that they live in doesn't have the necessary facilities for them to access the internet. So for example, there are certain places where electricity is simply not available. When electricity is not available, people's access to ICT is going to be almost zero. Is it clear? There might be certain places, for example, for you to reload, for you to pay your internet bill, there might be no places where you can do that. You get it? There might be no stores that allow you or that accept what you call ISP payments. So people living in those areas, if they are unable to pay their bills, they're not going to be very interested in using it. You get it? Give me one more reason from your end. Something that you all can think of that affects people's access towards ICT. Knowledge, okay? Some people simply do not know how to use it. Okay? Everybody, when I say ICT, I'm talking about the internet and the devices that we have. Okay, are you all with me? Okay, I'm talking about the devices and access to the internet. Okay, so boys, girls, everybody, we had something called, where was it? Everybody over here, where was it? I wanted to show you. Next to this particular sentence over here, can you all put the words digital divide? Come this side, Umair, come this side. All the space is there. You have to go and sit in the tiny gap there. Come and sit over there. Everybody over here, can you all put the word digital divide? Digital divide basically means those who have access to ICT and those who do not have access to ICT. Can you all note down this word? Digital divide. And there are a couple of essay questions asking about this. What causes the digital divide? So I have given you all about 8 factors that cause the digital divide. Okay, did you all get it down? Remember this word, okay? Now I'm going to give you all another word. Okay, digital divide. And now there is another word coming up called information gap. Guys, are okay with this, no? Can you all come down to page number 131, everybody? We have something called the information gap. Why don't you all read it first and then we'll talk about it. Okay? Ashin, all of you, come on, let's read it. Zahir, all of you, let's open it up. Page number 1, am I right? 131? 130, page 130 then. Some of my content has moved down. Everybody, 130. Can you all read what is this information gap all about? Girls, boys, everybody read it below. We can finish this in the next 10 minutes and then we can do only past paper questions. Because the internet has become so popular, accessing it has become so easy, it has become so affordable. What has happened? We have a gap, right? We have a divide between what? Information rich and information poor. Who do you think are people who are information rich? Exactly. No, we'll just say internet only. Okay, for the devices, you say digital divide. Okay, information rich are basically people who have access to the internet, because when they make a decision, they have all the information that they need in front of them before they make a decision. Okay, you get it, guys? I'll give you all a very simple example. If I were to travel, let's say I want to travel for a holiday to Jaffna, for example. Okay, what would you guys do? You want to go to Jaffna, but you do not know what to do there. You do not know where to stay there. Okay, but you really want to go there. You want to, visit that place. Okay, you would ask TripAdvisor. On TripAdvisor, you have enough and more articles telling you things that you can do in Jaffna. What about your accommodation, your hotel? You would use booking.com. You go to booking.com, you say Jaffna, it will give you the hotels, the bungalows, the villas, the apartments, the guest houses, the inns, the motels. All this will be provided to you. Do you see how your information rich now? So you're making a decision with all the information in front of you versus somebody who's not using the internet. How do they make a decision? They travel to Jaffna and they can only make a decision based on what they see, right? The hotels that they see, maybe there might be 5 or 6 hotels that they might pass by. Based on that, they need to make a decision. What to do in Jaffna? Whoever they can, meet and talk to, their information will be only restricted to people who they can meet and talk to, or information that they have in their mind. You get it? They do not have a lot of choices in front of them before they make a decision. You get it? So they automatically fall on the information poor side. Okay, so this is what we call the information gap. Everybody okay with this? We call this our information gap. Okay, can you guys all go through this? Boys, girls, everyone, can you keep reading it? People who are information rich have good access to information, lots of it. This improves their level of education and enhances their ability to make decisions. When we make decisions in today's world, most of the time we make it based on information, right? We got to know about this and we know that these options are available. So we decided to do this. Isn't it? Many of us, we are making decisions based on information. Is the information true or false? That's a different topic because there's a lot of false information on the internet also. Okay, but basically when we make a decision, we have an explanation behind it. This is what we saw. This is what we heard. These were the options that we saw across. That's why we chose this. Okay, but if you ask an information person, they'll say what to do. We didn't have much of a choice. We had to go with this. You get it? Okay, can you guys read in comparison? In comparison, people who are information poor have reduced access to information, which decreases their education and reduces their ability to make decisions. Okay. Now read the last paragraph, guys. Because of the internet, this gap has further widened. Okay. Because of the internet, those who do not have access to the internet are really missing out on so much of information. And people who have access to the internet are accessing top quality information. They know what's happening around the world. They know what's happening to every individual. They know what's happening by country. They know what's happening by continent. Okay, they know what is trending, They know what are governments is trying to do. Okay, so there's a huge gap between those who have access to the internet, which we call information rich, and those who do not have access to the internet. Are we all okay with this? This gap is getting, especially after the development of the internet, this gap is significant. Okay, because those who have access to the internet, the amount of information that they can access, like with the hand, I can just show you, it's like this much. And those who do not have access to the internet, the amount of information that they can access, just books, newspaper articles, TV shows, radio programs, that's all that they can access. You get it? So like you can see the gap here. There's a massive gap between the two. That is what we call the information gap. Okay. Guys, girls, all okay with this? You all understand this information gap now? Here, people have a huge amount of information to go through, while people who do not access the internet, the amount of information that they can see is, like I told you all, newspaper articles, books. Okay, what else? People that they talk to, people living close by to them, things that they hear, rumors, things like that. Okay, right. So everybody, there'll be essay questions today. We'll start with essay questions. Okay, we'll start with essay questions, guys. I told you all how I'll be making your paper, right? How will I be making your paper? No, sorry. Yeah, practical is okay. The theory paper, I'm not going to be making any of my own questions. I'll just open a past paper at random and see how many questions I can take that fit between chapters 1 to 7. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, all of them. And then see the total marks. Okay, if it is coming to about 75 to 80, then I'll just stick with one paper. But if it's not enough, then I'll just open up another paper, take a few more questions and get the marks up to 75 or 80.
Can you tell us which papers?
I told you, randomly I'll open up a paper. I have my past paper folder. Just randomly open up a paper. Okay. and start taking questions from it. See the total. If it's about 60, then open up another paper, take a few more questions, get the total to 75 or 80. And then I'll be printing that particular paper. So everybody, what's your best practice, everyone? Past paper questions. Okay, guys, go chapter wise. I have given you all the past paper questions chapter wise. Attempt the question, turn the marking scheme, look at what the examiner has said. How is your answer? How is the examiner's answer? Everybody okay with it? Okay, and you will definitely learn a lot from here because you will see the examiner has mentioned answers you never ever thought about it. Okay, so everybody, I hope you all are working on it. Okay, right. Everybody, can you all come down to the last part? We have already spoken about this, girls, all of you all. Can you all come down to effect of the internet on changes in ways of socializing? The way we socialize, we spoke about it earlier. It has changed a lot from physical conversations to instant messaging, from physical gaming to online gaming. Isn't it? Things have really changed, and they all changed because of the internet, because of what the internet brought forward. Can you guys read it now? As people increase their use of the internet, they spend more time in the virtual world than the real world. You have a question? What's the question? Chapter 7. Yes, you will. You guys are now. We're going to be practicing some now. Okay, so I'll definitely be giving you all essay type questions. At least one will be there. Okay, guys, read that first paragraph below. Okay, so as people get used to the internet, I don't know, do you guys agree with this? At one time, our elders would scold us, our parents would scold us. What is this? You're always on the phone. Now, when we look at them, aren't they spending a lot of time on the phone now? Once they started to learn how to use a phone and how WhatsApp works and how, these things work, now you find them spending a lot of time on the phone, isn't it? Watching video after video, isn't it? Okay. So, can you all read the next paragraph? So people are now spending more time in the virtual world than in the real physical world. Read the next one. The internet has arguably affected the way that people think and their ability to form relationships with others. Okay, I told you we have a problem where we are very comfortable with talking to people virtually. We are very comfortable talking to them virtually. The moment we have to physically deal with them, interact with them, things become very awkward for us. We do not know how to express ourselves. We do not know how to talk to them. We prefer to avoid it than deal with it. Okay, it has really affected them. Okay, read the next one, guys. Something really cool about the internet. Okay, Ahmad, all of y'all. A major impact that the internet brought about was your ability to meet people all over the world. It doesn't matter where a person is located. You can still keep in touch with them. You can still talk to them. Okay. Okay. However, what happens? People are so busy with the virtual world, they forget about their physical world. Okay. They forget about the people that are physically around them. So you have everybody at home, but nobody at home is really talking to each other. Everybody is in their own room with their own device. Earlier, guys, we had the TV in the hall. So when there was a cricket match, if there was a popular movie being streamed on the TV, or if there was a popular show or something, the whole family would come together in the living room, in the hall, to watch the TV. It would be a good family moment. But today, everybody can watch it on their smartphone, right? Isn't it? Earlier, if you missed the TV show, you missed it. You can never watch it again. So everybody, the whole family would gather in the hall to watch the TV. It would be a good family moment. But in today's world, there is nothing as such as I missed a TV show. If you miss it, you can always watch it again. It's always available for you. There are enough and more platforms providing it for you. So what happens? People don't need to watch it together. Each person says, you know what, I'll watch it on my device. I'll go to my room and watch it. You get it? So what happens? The family hardly ever spends time together. Okay? This is something quite negative about the internet. Okay? It is actually separating us. It's, in a way, it allows us to keep in touch with the whole world. But then if you look at the other side of it, even though we are connected with the whole world, we forget to connect with our own family members. Okay, we are busy connecting with people on the other side of the world, but the person in our very own house, we haven't had a proper conversation with them for a very long time. Agree, right, with this? Okay, this is a reality here, okay, that the internet has caused. Okay, did you guys go through that last paragraph? Come on, everyone, let's go through that last paragraph. Okay, so with that, with that, we have come to the end of chapter number 7. Okay, we have now come to the end of chapter number 7. Right. Everybody, can you all come down to these questions? Let's attempt these questions. Some people cannot go online because of their religious beliefs. List 2 other causes of unequal access to ICT. Okay, economy can be a problem. They can't afford it. Give me a second, please. Politics, sometimes the government puts strict laws and rules preventing people from freely accessing the internet.
Infrastructure.
1 second. Politics. What do you tell me first? Economics. Economy, your location. Sometimes you are simply located in a place where, you know, internet access or digital devices are not available. A remote location, yeah. Somebody said one more thing. I said, hold on. Infrastructure. Okay. You might be in a location, for example, where there is simply no current available, no signal towers available. Okay. Okay, everybody. With that, then, guys, girls, we are going to move away from here. I just remember the video that I think you guys will like to see. Everybody, can you open up chapter 7 past paper questions, please? Chapter 7 past paper questions. Okay, so everybody, we're talking about paying attention to what's happening at home, right? So, boys, girls, everybody, this particular TV show, I forgot this guy's name. What's his name? Anyway, they go on the street and they ask, 1 second, let me find this. Questions about their children, and let's see how the fathers respond. Okay. Right, everybody, guys, girls, everyone, shall we move on to chapter 7 past paper questions, everybody? Chapter 7 past paper questions, please. Right, let's start with an essay type question, everybody. Guys, girls, boys, do you all take it? So, everybody, we come down to page number, what's this number? 3. Page number 3. Guys, normally it's 8 marks. These are old syllabus question, which is why it's 6 marks. Okay, right. Everybody, before you all answer this, can you all read this on my screen? I want you all to see how to achieve 6 marks. Can you all read it? Question number was what? 4. Question number 4, to achieve 6 marks. Right, can you guys read this? To score 5 to 6 marks, the response shows good focus and organization. You're not going off topic, you're sticking to the topic. Several points will be considered, both positive and negative. The discussion will be balanced. Okay, guys, do you all see how to score 5 to 6 points? Okay, your answer is organized, several points, positives, negatives, and you have maintained, and it's balanced. Equal positives and negatives. Okay, how do you show you have a good understanding? When you talk about something to somebody, if you just say, very good, very easy, superb, cool, awesome, if you just use vague words like this, does it show you have understood it properly, or does it show you are just jabbering? Okay, it just shows you are just jabbering, right? So what's the best way to show you have understood it? Explaining it along with examples. When I teach you guys, as much as possible, I try to use examples to make it easier for you all to understand. Similarly, when you're writing your answer, use examples to show the examiner you know what you're talking about. You get it? You have an example to refer to it. Okay? So everybody, we're getting only 6 marks here, so we'll take 3 points. Okay, we'll take 3 points or maybe 4 points because we need to balance it now. Okay, so maybe 2 positives, 2 negatives. I don't think you all will have space for so much. Okay, everybody, let's first get started with the positives. Yes, Shahid, come in. Shahid, you can come in. Let's take down a mind map first. Guys, this is a mind map. Just note it down somewhere else. Come in front, please. Okay, so where are we? We didn't read the question even yet, no? Yes, guys, is that front for y'all? Come in front. All of you, over here. There are 3 chairs over here. You can come here. So, Zahir, over here. Come soon. Come this side soon. Where are you going to sit? Come over there soon. Yes, everybody, the use of computers and other digital devices has both positive and negative effects on the way we live, on our lifestyle. Discuss the positive and negative effects of digital devices on people's lifestyles. Let's think of everything we can, positive, and then we'll think of the negatives, and then we'll choose what to write. Yes, give me something that positively changed because of the internet, in the way we live, in the way we operate. Sorry? Okay. In contact with our loved ones around the world. Okay, we are in contact. Okay, we know what's happening, we know what they are doing. Okay, right, something positive, something else. Access to information. So what? Our lifestyle, the way we live, the way we operate. Improved education, shall I say? Access to education irrespective of where it's located. Okay, access to education irrespective of location. Next, are we making informed decisions?
Yes.
When we make decisions in today's world, the internet gives us all the information that we need to know before making the decision, right? Before booking a hotel, we have all the options in front of us. Then we make a decision which hotel to go with, isn't it? Okay, making informed decisions. Something else? Better access to news. Okay, I'll just say informed decisions. We know what's happening around the world. Give me something else, one more, and then we'll look at negatives. Something else? Does it give us an opportunity to spend more time at home? Because many services can be accessed through the internet. What do you think? Shopping can be done through the internet. Banking can be done through the internet. Booking can be done through the internet. So earlier, all these could not be done through the internet. So you had to travel. You had to spend time in a queue. Okay, so you were out of the house most of the time. But in today's world, because of the internet, you can do your bookings, you can do your shopping, you can do your banking at home from your device. So you get to spend more time at home, isn't it? Okay. Online services allow us to spend more time at home. Right, now let's look at the negatives. What are the negatives? Okay, poor social skills, poor physical social skills. Okay, we'll write this in detail when we write our answer. Yes, Tulita, what do you think? What else? Negatives about the internet. Health risks, like what? RSI. Or shall we just say, what's happening? We are hardly moving. Poor physical activity, right? Okay, health risks. Okay, such as what? Obesity, right? We call it. Okay, obesity. Right, something else? Ahmad, what's happening over there? Come on, sit properly. If you sit left, you're going to feel lazy. Come on, are you noting down your mind map? I'm getting answers only from this side. This side, absolutely no answers at all. What else? Lose connection with loved ones, as in? Okay, we are becoming physically isolated. Physically isolated. Okay. Anything else? Independent.
Dependent.
As in, what's negative about that?
Overly relying on technology.
Relying on technology. Sorry?
Can we talk
Employees, what?
like the lack of belonging?
Lifestyle, no, they said.
I will just say that overly dependent.
Overly dependent on our lifestyle.
On place. We can't do simple tasks.
We can't do simple tasks without our devices. Okay. We have become overly dependent on digital devices. Okay. But this is talking about the internet, no? No, computers and okay. Right, everybody, we're going to start writing now. Everyone, we are going to choose. So we'll go with 2 positives, 2 negatives. Let's choose what we think we have good examples for, and then we'll start writing our answer. Okay, everyone? Okay, right. So everybody, let's get moving now. We have our mind map in front of us. Let's start writing. So I'm going to put a text box over here. And we are going to start talking about this. Okay. So let's give an introduction. Let's just simply say, what shall we say? We have to give a simple introduction. Okay. Yes. Or we can simply say our lifestyles in today's world has changed a lot because of what ICT has brought about. Because of what ICT has brought about. Now we'll start with the positives, then we'll talk about the negatives. Okay. Our lifestyles, the way we operate, the way we live, okay, has changed a lot because of what ICT has brought about. When I say ICT, I'm talking about the computer and the internet. Okay. So we can start off with 1 positive, everybody. What shall we start off with? We'll start off with making informed decisions. Okay, we'll start off with making informed decisions. Okay. So which devices actually help us in making informed decisions? You can talk about the smartphone and the internet. We'll say smartphone and the internet. Okay. Thanks to the smartphone, thanks to the development of the smartphone, and the internet, we are making informed decisions, meaning before a decision is made, most individuals have enough information on the internet that would help them make a proper decision. Any examples you would like to give me over here? Abdul, what are you dreaming of? Huh? Come on.
Planning a trip.
Okay, like for example, planning a trip. Let's give an example to show the examiner what we are talking about. For example, when booking a hotel, apps such as any apps you can give me that deal with bookings? TripAdvisor, Booking.com, Agoda, Airbnb, okay, Trip.com, okay. There are many apps such as Booking.com and TripAdvisor. For example, when booking a hotel, apps such as Booking.com and TripAdvisor will inform the user or will allow the user to find hotels that best suit the user's requirements. Okay. So we are making what we call informed decisions. You know exactly what the hotel looks like before you even go to the hotel. You know exactly what you're paying for. You know exactly what the facilities are going to be. Okay, you're making an informed decision. Okay. The next point, I'll keep it very short. Okay. The next one, let's keep it very short. What's the next one we'll take? Positive. No, there is no order as such. I thought we'll go with positives and then do the negatives. There is no order. You can do positive, negative, you can do it. Okay. Up to you. So let's go with another positive. I will keep it very short. Okay. Further, next one, what shall I take? More time at home. Okay. Further, users are now able to spend more time at home, okay, because of online services that do not require them to travel or stay in queues, such as stay in queues. For example, give me a good example where you don't need, earlier you had to travel and stay in a queue, but in today's world you don't need to travel, you do not need to stay in a queue. Keels. Shall we use an international example? Okay, you're writing to somebody in the UK now. When you say keels, he'll have no idea. Bill payments. Give me an example below.
Portable.
So instead of keels, tell me Himal, tell me instead of keels, give me an international example. Walmart, or you could just say Amazon. Okay, you can say Amazon, you can say AliExpress. These are examples anybody in any part of the world will know about. Okay, for example, Amazon.com would allow users to order goods from wherever they are located. Not would allow, allows. They're talking about impact, no past tense. Allows users to order goods from wherever they are located. Okay, so when you give examples, you're what do you call? You're showing the examiner you really know what you're talking about. Now let's move on to negatives. Okay. Talk to yourselves and take it down. Just copying it word after word doesn't work. Right, so we're taking it down. Okay, so now we move on to negatives. Okay, so now we'll move on to a negative. So how shall we join the negative here? On the other hand, or however, so what negatives are we going to go with? Poor social skills, health risks, physically isolated, overly dependent on digital devices. Sorry? Poor social skills. Before taking it, do you have an example in mind that you can support your answer with?
People are not keeping track of their cashiers and stuff because they're ordering lots of stuff online. Also, because they don't travel, they lose talking to the driver.
Okay. We can bring emojis also into place, isn't it? Emojis have affected our ability to express ourselves, right? Okay, because in instant messaging, you don't need to say how happy you are. You can just send an emoji which describes your happiness, isn't it? So our ability to express ourselves verbally has been significantly affected. We can use that also as an example. Okay. However, ICT has affected our ability to socialize or express ourselves. Which one shall we take? Has affected our ability to physically socialize. Okay. Users have got so used to texting, okay, that their practice in physically talking to one another is very low. Okay, their practice in physically talking to one another is very low. So this sadly has led to many of us. So this sadly has led to many of us feeling very awkward and uncomfortable when having to physically deal with individuals. Okay, we rather message somebody than talk to somebody. Okay, or we rather just not talk at all rather than start a conversation. Everybody, tomorrow word processing question, you already have the data files for it. Okay, last week I gave you all web authoring and word processing data files. No, only web authoring we completed. So tomorrow we'll do the word processing question, and we're also doing a presentation question. Okay, so the only thing we might not get a chance to do revision on is graphics designing. Okay, we'll see how things go tomorrow. If we get time, maybe we can also do a graphics designing question. Okay, everyone, you all understood what I just told you all? I'm talking about tomorrow. What's our plan for tomorrow? We do a word processing question in mail merge, and we also do a presentation question. Okay, so then your revision for practicals is also done. All right, what's the next point I'm going to take? Whose phone is that? It should be on silent. Next point, what shall I take?
Risks.
Sorry, health risks. Okay, we'll take health risks. Okay. Okay. Further, whose device is that? Can I put it on silent, please? Whoever's device is beeping, can I put it on silent? Okay, further, what shall I say? Which one did you agree on? Health risks, no? Okay, further,
This becomes very common.
further, ICT has led to an increase in health risks such as obesity. This is because many online services do not require us to oh, sorry everybody, this is because many online services have minimized our need to physically to travel and move around. Okay, this is because many online services have minimized our need to travel and move around. Any examples you like to give me? Something that we would previously do, which we had to use our whole body, but now it's just happening on the phone. Grocery shopping, for example. Okay. I'm going to keep the answer very short. So how can I make it very short?
Basically, we used to.
No, it will be too long.
Online shopping has reduced our.
Okay. Example: online shopping has significantly reduced our need. Has significantly reduced our physical movement in walking and carrying. Agree now? Earlier, when you went shopping, you had to walk and carry. Okay, but in today's world, because of online shopping, there is no walking, there is no carrying. Goods are bought right to your doorstep and dropped off. Okay. And guys, before online shopping came, you would go to the grocery store. When you come back again, the home people would send you again. You know what? We forgot to tell you this. Again, you have to go. Okay, so quite a lot of physical activity here. But today due to online shopping, right, let's move away. Let's do a small question now. Everybody, can you move up? Everyone. So everybody, when I give you all your essay type questions for your exam, same way, okay? Do a mind map, think about all the possible answers and then choose. If you start writing your answer without a mind map, that focus, that organization will not be there. You might write your whole answer based on one pointer. You get it? That's what happens when you do it without a mind map. If you want to achieve those 6 to 8 marks, they have mentioned good focus, organized, evidence has been provided. Okay. Right, everybody, we are going away from here then. Okay, right. Can everyone come down to question number 9, everybody? Question 9, please. Question 9. Right. Boys, girls, read it to yourselves, please. Everyone. Camille works remotely. You know what remotely means, right? She's not working at the office. She's working from somewhere else. Works remotely as part of a team. Explain two negative impacts. Two negative changes the use of the internet has on the team's working practices.
Yes.
Okay. The team may not feel like a team, right? They cannot physically see each other. They cannot see each other's body language. Isn't it? Everybody's in front of a screen only. Okay. So that belonging of a team or that feeling of a team may not exist. Is it clear? So how shall we write our answer over here? You can say the members of the team, or you can say when working through the internet, when working remotely, the members of the team may not feel like they belong to a team since they do not get to physically interact with each other. Sorry? On the team's working practices, no?
Because I only say that camera works.
She's one of them, no? Explain 2 negative impacts the user intent has on the team's working practices. Okay, if you want to come in Camilla, she may not feel like she's a part of a team, okay? Since they do not get to physically interact with each other or properly see and understand each other's body language, isn't it? Okay, so you may have this problem where they don't feel like they are a team, they feel like they are individuals. Okay, they do not feel like we are all working for one company, you know, they may feel like we are individuals. Any other negative impacts?
They may not work effectively.
Exactly, very nicely worded. They may not work effectively since they are working remotely. They might be surrounded by what? By lots and lots of distractions, isn't it? Okay, employees may not work effectively since they might be in highly distractive environments. Okay, anything else? Those who are done, question 9 marking scheme, please open up question 9 marking scheme. Those who are done. Beside question 9, where's your past paper? This thing. Why aren't you noting it down in your writing book even? Where's your writing book? Why aren't you noting it down? So this answer, you noted it down? Where's your writing book? Yes, everybody, question 9 marking scheme, please. Let's read the marking scheme. There might be answers you never thought of, we never thought of. Can somebody read me an answer we never spoke about? Read an answer, come on. What do you all see there?
I need to learn use.
Sorry, 1 second. I can't hear you. Training, yeah, go on. Read it. Exactly. So everyone, what did they speak about over there? Some of your team members may not know how to work for your company. So you will have to offer them training, right? Okay, offering that training can be quite difficult when they're working online for you, when they're working remotely for you. Okay, if you can word that properly, then you can take down that answer. Anything else that we didn't talk about? Nothing else? Right, let's move away from here. Similar question again. I'm moving away from here. Similar question again. Question 12, we had done it in our textbook also, so I'm not doing it now. Question number 13. Question 13, please. Do the question first, then look at the marking scheme. Describe. They're giving you 2 marks for each question. Describe. Those who are writing on writing books, you all should be noting down. Chapter number 7, question number 13. Okay. So when you are revising, you know exactly what that answer belongs to. Describe 2 positive impacts, 2 positive changes on society because of the increased access to technology. Because of the increased access to technology, what are some of the positive changes we are witnessing? Okay, connecting with loved ones irrespective of where they are located. We could talk about that. Okay. Okay, let me first talk about this. Okay, users are able to connect with loved ones irrespective of where they are located through the use of social media and video conferencing apps. Right. Something else?
Access to up-to-date information.
Okay. Users are now aware of what's, or society is now aware, users are now aware of what's happening around the world. Okay. Through the use of various online news platforms and social media as well. Okay. Positive impacts. What has it positively done? Okay. Those who are done, question 13 marking scheme, please. Go through it point by point. There'll be definitely answers we never thought about. We could talk about making informed decisions as well, but we have already taken these two down now. All right, read the marking schemes, please. Question 13's marking schemes, come on.
Creates free speech.
Creates free speech, agree with that? We all have the ability to freely express ourselves, right? Unless politics is involved. In certain countries, you don't have it. But for example, here in Sri Lanka, you can say whatever you want on social media. You have the ability to freely express yourself. Okay, anything else? Sorry?
Healthier society.
Wealthier society. Okay, we are able to do business with the whole world. Export, import goods. Okay, what did you say? Improved. We spoke about it earlier. Access to education, no matter where it is located. Okay. Enables.
Healthier
We
society.
have to explain it. Have they told how?
Yes, because that's money to attract improve development in the city.
Okay. Okay. So they have said healthier society.
More inclusive society.
Sorry. Access to global markets. Okay. More power to individuals. Okay. Everybody look at the marking scheme. There are lots of answers over there. Okay. Read them. Go through them. More inclusive. I need to check the meaning of inclusive.
By enabling them to like name different cultures.
One second. So yeah, I mean, describe means there is a process involved. Not a process. Tell us everything about it. Explain normally comes to tell how something works. First this is done, then this is done, you know. Describe is you're telling us all about it. It has this feature, that feature. Explain is normally used when there's a small process involved. So you tell us step by step what's going to happen. For example, explain how an antivirus software works. So you explain the steps in it. Okay. But if I were to ask you something like describe the purpose of an antivirus software, now you're going to just tell me what an antivirus software offers the user. Okay. All right, everybody. Question number 22, please. Page number. Everybody, page number 13. Hurry up. Let's keep moving. Page number 13. Yes. Come on, page question 22. Keep moving. Let's start our mind map, everybody. Mind map, please, first. Let's think of all the possible points we can think of. Okay. Right, everybody, over here it says ICT has also affected, changed society, has impacted on society. One effect is widening the gap between information rich and information poor societies. Discuss the factors that have contributed to this widening gap. There are many factors. 1 second. What are the factors you're going to say? Okay, infrastructure is one. Sorry? Development of the internet. That's what they're asking. What has increased this gap?
Electricity and money.
Infrastructure covers all of that.
But there's a more,
Okay, economy.
more news companies.
So 1 second, economy. Sorry?
More news companies and information were going from newspapers to more digital.
You didn't read the question. Read the question again. What are the factors that are contributing to this gap? This information gap, what are the factors? I gave you about 8 factors, right? That's contributing towards the digital divide and the information gap. So one was infrastructure, one was economy. What location can be another one? Politics can be another one. Religious beliefs can be another one. Or we say cultural beliefs, okay? Religious beliefs, education, cultural, politics, religious beliefs. Hurry up. Okay, religious belief. Okay, politics, religious beliefs. Anything else? Location, I noted it down. Age, gender, these are all cultural factors. Cultural factors. Education, I didn't put. No, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Okay. So from this, guys, we're getting only 6 marks now. Can we have about 3? If you can have examples for each of them, that would be good. So everybody. Disability. Okay, disability. Okay, let us first introduce the topic. Let's first say what is information gap, and then let's start talking about the factors that contribute towards it. Okay. Are everyone? Amar, you can't see from there, right? That's what I'm telling you. Come in front and sit. I don't know. Come up. Come and sit over here next to Ari. I mean, I don't like 3 people sitting together, but this is an exception. Come over there. All right, I'm gonna note this down now. Let us first introduce what is the information gap. Everybody, let's first note down what information gap is. Okay, so everyone over here, what do we say? What do we say over here? The information gap is the gap between users who have access to the internet, okay, known as information rich, and those who do not have access to the internet known as information poor. You're just introducing the topic. This is what information gap is all about. Okay, now let's start taking factors. We'll take 3 factors only. So if I were to think which factors do I have good examples of? Lack of infrastructure. We could talk about places that do not have signal towers, that do not have electricity. So if I'm taking infrastructure, I will not take location then. Okay, it's like almost the same point, no? Okay, there are, or below are a few factors. Below are a few factors that contribute to this gap. And now let's start writing. We'll start with infrastructure. Okay. Places, so everybody we agreed to go with infrastructure. So places places and locations. And locations, you say locations? No, right? Location is already plural, no? Send me the locations. I think you can say locations. Places and locations that lack basic infrastructure such as electricity and signal towers will automatically put users living in this area on the information poor side. On the information poor side. What's your plan? Have you taken it down? Okay. On the information poor side. Next, we can talk about, let's not take location again, it will be like a repetitive answer. Economy, or we can take politics. We'll take politics. Or we can go with economy. Further, economy is also a factor that contributes, okay, since users who cannot afford digital devices and paying for an internet connection, will not be able to access the internet. And then finally, we can talk about, guys, separate your paragraphs. Everything can't be in one paragraph. Okay, you all need to separate paragraphs. This is a separate paragraph. This is a separate paragraph. You can't just put everything into one paragraph. Okay, see, you have separated. You have separated. Okay. Your answers must be separated into paragraphs.
I think you have to put will in the last slide will not be able.
Finally, politics is going to be difficult to explain, isn't it? Not? Better avoid it, though.
So cultural factors and religious.
Cultural factors, or easier would be education, right? Education would be a lot easier to explain than cultural factors, isn't it? Yeah, they won't use a device. If they don't use a device, then they're going to use the internet. Disability is also a good answer. Take answers you can explain. Cultural beliefs and all are a bit difficult to explain. Okay, finally, we can then go on to say, finally, disability or education, which one?
Education.
Okay, finally, education can also be a major contributing factor to the information gap, where IT illiterate users would not know how to use digital devices and so would fall on the information poor side. Right, everybody, let's move away from here. Let's do a few more questions before we wrap it up for today. All done? Okay, right. Can you all see, guys, these are 8-marker questions. Okay, the new syllabus is all 8-marker. New syllabus means since 2018. It's not new anymore. It's been a long. Everybody, question 20. Boys, girls, question number 20. Boys over there, Ashwin, all of you all, question 20. Josie is a representative who works from home. Identify 2 benefits to Josie of being able to work from home. Benefits to the employee of being able to work from home.
They can revolve their work around their
Okay, Josie can, so right in terms of her, Josie can arrange her office work around her family commitments. Josie can arrange her office work around her family commitments. Something else? Okay, she can work at times that she is comfortable with in a location that she finds suitable for her. Okay, so number 1 is she can arrange her office work around her family commitments. Something else is she can work at times that she is comfortable with, which she is comfortable in a location that she finds suitable for herself. Okay, not everybody likes working in the office environment. Some want to go to a cafe, some want to work from their room, some want to work, I don't know, wherever they want to work, they can. Then the question changes a little bit. It says, what are the benefits to the company when they are representatives, when their employees work from home?
access to global work.
Access to a global workforce. They can have employees from around the world working for them, and they can choose them solely based on skills, on their remuneration package.
Just
1 second. 1 second. Don't say cost is less. How is the cost less? Tell me. Access to a global workforce. So say like that. Okay, lower running costs. Okay, oh, you can say the company can save on running costs such as building rent and electricity. Something else you all are going to tell me? Something else you all are going to tell me? What? Okay. Representatives may okay, may work more productively when working from home. Representatives may work more productively when working from home. Lawyers. It's not a benefit. It can be done even in a physical workspace, no? What are things that it's available only when they work from home?
So they can get like skilled workers with lower wages.
Access to a global workforce, we said, no? Global workforce means they can have people from around the world based on skills, based on their remuneration.
You can pay lower wages. Some countries.
Yeah, that's what I said, access to a global workforce. You can hire employees from all over the world based on what? Based on their talent, based on their skill, or even based on their salary, their wages. Right, everybody, let's make a big jump back to chapter number 5. Boys, girls, everyone. Can we jump back to chapter number 5? Can I take that tute out, please? Chapter 5, please. Guys online, I haven't taken attendance. Give me a second, please. Chapter 5, please. I'm saving this. I'm closing it. Chapter 5, everybody. We have about 10 minutes. Let's see what we can answer there. Boys, chapter 5, please. Right, in chapter 5, can you all come down to question number? Everybody, question number 13, please. Question number 13. Chapter 5, question 13. Everyone, chapter 5, question 13. Can you all read the question with me? Everybody. Name the hardware device that is necessary to connect the home network to the internet. You need a gateway, we call it a router. You need a router to connect your home network to a wide area network, which is the internet. So we say router over here. The home network connects the internet using an ISP. Name the item of information which uniquely identifies the ISP to the home network. This would be your IP address. The moment you all say uniquely, you all say it's IP address. Your internet protocol address. It is IP address. You can also use both are accepted. You can use to identify a device on a network. 3 things are there. What are the 3 things?
Device name, IP address, and
So you can mention device. Device name is not the best. 3 devices can have the same device name. So IP or MAC are accepted. Right, everybody, we are going to move away from here. 14 I'm not doing. Can we come all the way down to question number 19, everybody? Question number 19. Boys, girls. Question 19, please. Zara uses her tablet computer to watch TV online. Describe the function of a gateway. No, that's a router. This is a gateway. Okay, connects 2 different networks together, isn't it? Okay, you can say it is used to connect 2 different networks together, such as connecting a LAN to a WAN. Okay, your home local area network, you want to connect it to the internet, you have to go through a gateway. Who behaves as your gateway in most cases? In most cases, your router is your gateway. Come on, everyone, let's do another one now from here.
They get 2 marks.
2 marks, because I gave the example also, they're saying describe now. Here I would have just said connects to different networks together. Boys. Right, we are moving away from here. We are making a jump all the way down to question number 25. Can we have a look, everybody? Question 25, please. Question 25. Describe the role of a wireless access point. I told you hotels have lots of wireless access points. Okay, not enough. So what type of devices connect to a wireless access point?
Smartphones, laptops.
Wireless devices, right? The wireless access point and the router have what type of a connection? A wired connection. So can we say something like this? Provides a wireless connection to the network. Sorry, provides a wireless connection. Guys, I'm sorry.
The wireless device.
I'm sorry. Provides a wired connection. Provides a wired connection for wireless devices. For wireless devices such as smartphones and laptops. Provides a wired connection for wireless devices such as smartphones and laptops to a particular network. Sounds like a confusing answer, but think about it. Ashwin, why aren't you writing? Guys, also many of you are not having writing books, no? No tute, no writing book. And then you all are surprised when you all see your marks. I'm not surprised when I see your marks. The way you all have prepared and what you score are always going to be the same. Many of you I see over here, no writing book, no tute. Recipe for scoring low marks. Okay, recipe for messing up your exam. Coming late, after the break also coming late. Okay, these are obvious, what do you call, ingredients that you know. Everyone look over here. A wireless access point has a wired connection to the router. Who connects to the wireless access point? Wireless devices like a smartphone and laptop. Now read the answer and see if it's correct what I'm telling you all. Provides a wired connection. It has a wired connection to the router now for wireless devices such as smartphones and laptops. Okay. So generally in hotels, we use wireless access points. Right, let's keep moving. Describe the role of a router. Router, I think I have given you all 5-6 roles I have given you all. What shall I say about a router? No, we just spoke. We'll talk about the forwarding of data packets. Okay, everybody, what shall we say about a router? No. Okay, you can say that. Okay, the router connects devices in a LAN to a WAN through an ISP. Okay, through an ISP. Another thing you can say is a router. That's what he said, no? LAN to WAN is a gateway only. A router forwards data. What data travels in the form of? Forwards data packets to the correct device. Okay, using the shortest route, you can say that. Okay, a router forwards data packets to the correct device. Okay.
It monitors the data packets coming into the network.
Monitors, that is a firewall. A firewall inspects the data packets entering a network, entering and exiting both. Right, one more, everybody. Let's keep moving. Everybody, question 30. Everybody, question 30. The diagram shows data sent to a laptop. Okay, from the internet data comes in. Before it comes to the laptop, it has to go through a firewall. Describe how the firewall acts on the data that has been sent to the laptop. Inspects, will say. Okay, we'll say inspects. The firewall will inspect every data packet that enters and exits, the laptop. Okay, it blocks any suspicious data packets from entering or exiting the laptop.